Okay, very good. So, Ms. Alaman, could you just tell us a little bit, first of all, about your role and what you do for the hotel industry in Switzerland?
I'm working for the Swiss Hotel Association, and my role within the association is that I'm responsible for all memberships, classification, and partnerships. Could be also a partnership with Trippies, for example.
Yeah, very good. And what is the mission or goal of the association? What are you trying to achieve?
The goal of the association is a little bit like every association, defend the interests of the industry, specifically for our members, within proper politics, within the economy, but also to give support to our members where it's needed, in education, in technology, whatever, you name it.
Excellent.
Yeah.
And what would you say are the kind of defining characteristics of the Swiss hotel industry? What makes it different from other ones, like the British or...
I think the main difference is that tourism started in Switzerland already in the 19th century. So we had the first hotels in 1870, but actual hotels that are still living. They had been guest house before, but the classical hotel industry started in 1860, 1870. And since then we had a growth in tourism until the 70s. So we have a long lasting tradition in tourism. First summer tourism, then end of the 19th century we started with the winter tourism in Switzerland, that it had been invented not by the Swiss but by the British. And therefore we have a lot of hotels still from this time or beginning 20th century, so old hotels, traditional hotels, small hotels, family-owned hotels, which is pretty fun because historic hotels are a certain trend, but on the other hand they are too small to survive with 20, 30 rooms. There's no profit anymore, and a lot of the small hotels are still owned by the families, and they have no successor, so they are at the end of their life cycle, and therefore we'll have changed, a lot of changes in Switzerland in the last year. We have of course also new hotels which have been or still are being built. But what we have less than in other markets is we have not a lot of international brand chains hotels. They are specifically in some big towns like Zurich, Geneva, Lausanne. But 2/3 of all our hotels are in the countryside, seasonal hotels in the mountains, and most of them are individual hotels.
It's interesting because that does create a fairly unique set of challenges around. How do you distribute those hotels? How do they get noticed and found across the world when they're not big names, they aren't big brands, and they're not big chains?
Yeah, that's a big challenge. But on the other hand, as we have this long tradition in tourism, Switzerland is very known as a country where you want to go for winter holidays, for summer holidays. So if they search for Switzerland, we have the platforms also to present the hotels. We have 50% of all overnight stays from Switzerland, so half of the guests are coming from Switzerland, so we have a strong domestic market. We have more than 1/3 which is coming from Europe, and these markets could also be attended by the old traditional marketing means like advertising in newspaper, direct mailing, or postal mailings at the beginning, afterwards direct mailing. And thanks to the OTAs, now we have also the possibility for small hotels to get known in Asia, the Americas, and so on. So, we are always talking about the negative effects of the OTAs, but it's also
It's helped the
positive
industry
part
as well.
that,
Yeah, absolutely.
these new distribution channels give small hotels the chance to get in contact with potential clients.
And what do you hear from your membership around the things that worry them most, the things that keep them awake at night?
What they worry the most on the economic side is that the prices in Switzerland, due to the high level of costs in Switzerland, starting from human costs, but also everything which is food and so on, is so high that we are not competitive. Even if we do a perfect service, if we have good hotels, we are always 20 to 50% more expensive than similar hotels in Germany and in Austria when we talk about the Alpine destinations.
Yeah.
In the cities, it's not the same problem because business travelers, if they have to go to Zurich, they go to Zurich and they pay the price they have to pay. As you pay the price in London, they are even higher in London than in Zurich. In the resort hotels, you have alternatives. You want to go skiing, coming from far, so you go in Switzerland, Austria, or in Germany or Italy.
Yeah.
So this is one of the main problems. Second problem is, as I told you already, most hotels are too small. So either they should construct, but they don't have the means, or they should cooperate, and they are not willing for the moment to cooperate because you lose your freedom, your independence, and you have to cooperate with other hotels. But we hope that now, under the pressure we have with the actual market situation, also with the exchange problems we have, because the Swiss franc is very strong versus the euro, so this makes additional 20% more expensive the product Switzerland only due to the exchange rate. So it's a question of profit. So they have no profit, they cannot invest. And the third thing is, of course, the digitalization of the whole market. That for small hotels, they even do not know what technology exists and how they could use this technology. Just when you think about that, just say a figure, around 20%, or no, I would say 1/3 of all hotels in Switzerland have not actual home pages. So there is either no booking engine, or it's a figure I say like that. We have not.
Yeah.
We didn't count, but I say it's at least 1/3 which have no up-to-date homepage with a booking engine, which can't never be the same as on the OTAs, but in a similar technology, easy for the guests to book. So even if a guest would like to book directly on the homepage of the hotel, after 5 minutes he says, no, can't be, I go on booking.
And do you see that changing? So either those hotels will go bust, or they will embrace technology, or somebody will come along and buy them all? Or?
It's up to us to bring them this information. So this is also one of the role of the association, to bring new technologies in the membership, to educate them, to make workshops with them. I remember 5 years ago we started cooperation with Trust You. Told our hotels you have to react on reviews. You have to analyze the comments on the user. No comments. That's all false. I don't want to even not to listen or to read what they write on this thing, because it's all fake. Nowadays, after 5 years, everybody knows that they have to analyze these reviews, and we offer an analytical tool with Trust You on a very, very good price. We have 500, even not 500 hotels working with this tool out of 2,000. So still after 5 years.
Is that the best example of embracing technology that you've achieved so far?
Yeah. we have two corporations where we try to bring the hoteliers on the level they have to be today. That's treating with reviews, because you can learn quite a lot from the reviews to make a better product, to improve quality. You have to react because you know that even a comment is negative, and you give good answer to this comment, that it gives trust to the guest. That's one thing. The other thing is that we say, in order to define and to control your price strategy, you have to know where you stay in regard to the market, and therefore we work together with Astia Global, and we offer the tool of Astia Global to all our members for free. For free. You know how many hotels are working with Astia Global? 350 out of 2,000. 2/3 are not profiting from a tool they get for free, because they do not understand that they have to not only make a price strategy in writing, if my neighbor has this price, I make this price, but they have to see how I am developing and performing in the market, in regard to the market, not in regard to my competitor. So you see, it's a very, very long process until the traditional individual hotelier understands what he has to do in these days.
Do they have time? Do they have the time to get from a place where they've got high costs, lots of competition, to embrace that technology in time to actually drive more bookings?
The question is, where do you invest your time? There was also one learning at the round table this morning about productivity. What's the main preoccupation of the hotelier? It's not exactly not what he should do. He is in the office, but he is making his accountability instead of being with the guests, instead of thinking about new ideas, new positioning, instead of looking what are the new technologies and applying these new technologies. So it is a very a high complexity in a hotel, because you have a restaurant, you have a bar, you have the hotel, you have the guests, you have guests, you have staff, yes, exactly, and so you have to be a generalist. When you're a generalist, you're never a specialist. So.
And if you're small, you can't afford many people, because then
when you're small, you have to.
Tasks,
when you are small, you have to do everything yourself.
So will we not see some family businesses expanding and trying to buy up each other in order to get that scale? I mean, is that the start point here, or is it going to be more about some people just investing in some technology? Which way is this?
I didn't understand the question.
So to find a way out of these challenges, is the answer going to be to try to build scale through acquisition and buying up other properties for some of these hoteliers, or is it more likely to be about actually taking the plunge and investing in technology?
I would say rather investing in technology. Buying these hotels. No, I say cooperation between hoteliers. And if they cooperate, they also can invest together in technology, in other purposes, make sales together, and things like that. So there you can realize a lot of synergies. But you have to cooperate with your competitor on the other side of the street, because at the end you are not competing with your neighbor, you are competing with other regions, other destinations. So,
but if you're buying prices on your neighbor, then maybe not. Very good.
If I may jump on that one, it's very, very hard for hotels to buy other hotels because of the assets. I mean, between the fixed costs and the variable costs, they are to be profitable. And I know that in Switzerland, if you want to be profitable, you shouldn't own the assets. But there's a few exceptions that can afford buying hotels, and these are the foundations. So I know the Sando family. The Sando Foundation is a very big family in the
Pharma industry. Yeah.
industry, and they just bought in Lausanne. So now they have the Beau Rivage, the Lausanne,
Palace.
Châtelet,
Yeah.
all the big hotels in Lausanne. They have them all, and they don't mind having the hotel, investing in the hotel, maintaining the hotel. They're losing money because they lose money. They're not profitable because they're passionate about the city. They want to contribute to the city, contribute to the hotels and the luxury segment of hotels. And since they're in the pharmaceutical or whatever that's the market, they earn a lot of money and they don't mind contributing to the city and developing these hotels, but they're losing money there.
You know, it's a foundation, so they don't have to earn money.
Yeah.
They don't have to make profit. What we see in Switzerland is that we have a lot of foreign investors who from Arabia, from China, from India, from South Korea, who invest in hotels in Switzerland, but it's mainly the 4-star, 5-star hotels. Some of them in the 3-star, and you know, for them it's not the question of that I need to have profit tomorrow. We have probably, you know, Sami Sawiris from Egypt. He has developed several resorts in Egypt, but also now he has a project in Montenegro, in Jordany, and other countries. And he told us, if I invest in Egypt or in Jordany, I need a return on investment in 2 years. Because the situation is so unstable. I never know if there is terrorism tomorrow, the hotel is empty, if the state takes over the property. So I need a very, very fast return on the investment I make there. In Switzerland, if I invest today 50 million, I know in 25 years this property is still mine, and the value only of the ground will be double. So I never lose. Even if I lose for the next 10 years on operations, for me it's an investment on long term, and I only can win.
Yes, it works in that model. What is the attitude towards Airbnb here?
Airbnb? Good question. You know, Airbnb is a platform like Booking, like Expedia, so nothing against the Airbnb. I would say even I recommend to hotels specifically to those who have also apartments to sell them on Airbnb, because they only pay 3% of commission, so it's cheaper, and it gives a certain competition to the bookings and so on. Just think about that. Booking has a market share in Switzerland on online booking of 75%. Expedia is nothing. HR has nothing. They have under 10%. Booking takes it all. So if Airbnb can make there a certain counterpoint, okay. The offer on Airbnb is nothing new for Switzerland, because we have the holiday apartments, rooms. Rooms were the first tourism offer in Switzerland in the 17th, 18th century, rooms to let, before the hotels. So we started with the rooms, then we had
Airbnb.
Long before Airbnb. And we have in Switzerland also a long-lasting tradition of holiday apartments. In the last statistics we have dates from 2002. We had 800,000 beds in the so-called para-hotellerie versus 260,000 in the classical hotellerie. Triple offer in the para-hotellerie versus the hotellerie. We had 35 million overnight stays in the hotellerie and 35 million in the apartments, holiday apartments.
It's very true because if you take a hotel in Switzerland, if you take the Savoy that just opened in Lausanne,
Yeah.
they have the hotel, and in front of the hotel they have some apartments that they rent in consortium. So you buy the right to come for 15 days or 15 days, 2 weeks a year, and the rest of the time the hotel can rent the apartments.
Yeah.
And it's very true that the Stad and the Palace of Stad is doing the same.
Yeah. A lot of hotels.
A lot of hotels in Switzerland have hotels and apartments that they sell in consortium.
Yeah, it's quite interesting. Yeah.
Put them on Airbnb.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Huh?
but I was last year I was really in Africa.
Yeah.
In Africa, that's what they do because they need to save on commissions. Because it's a very different market as well there, where they're very highly dependent on tour operators and travel agency. So between OTAs, travel agency, and they lose a lot of commissions. And so now what they do, even the Four Seasons in Cape Town, they sell their rooms on Airbnb to save some money.
So what's new with Airbnb or other platforms is that until now we had holiday apartments only in the Alpine region, in the classical holiday destinations. What is new is that we have now these apartments also rent in the cities. So there is a certain competition with the classic hotels in the cities. And what also is new is that the classical holiday apartments are sold now over Airbnb and no more over the traditional distribution channels like Interhome or also the destination itself. And the main problem we face is that there is a certain regulation for these offers, but nobody can control it because we do not know who is selling it. So it's the anonymity, and they don't pay tourist taxes. They have black labor work, and that is our problem. That they have not the same regulation and prescriptions as we have in the.
So do you lobby the government?
Yeah. But this is interesting because on the one hand side, politics are regulating more and more the traditional industries, not only the hospitality industry, also taxi industry and so on, restaurant industry. And on the other hand, they say, this is a new business model, this is a disruptive economy, we can learn from them, so no regulation for them because this will enhance competition. And say, are you crazy? It won't enhance competition. One will die and the other will survive. So we say good offer because also especially in big cities like Zurich and Basel, where there is an international event as the European Athletics in last year, all hotels were fully booked. So this offer is additional to the hotels, and people stay in Zurich. If this offer wouldn't exist, they would go away. So it's okay, but they have to have the same rules as we have. And if the politics say no, this rule is not necessary for these offers on these platforms, then say okay, then it's not necessary also for the classical hotels. So that's where we are fighting together with our friends from the European Hotel Associations and Restaurant Associations on the level of Hotel.
Very good. I'm conscious of time, so one last question from me. Hotels' attitudes towards rate parity with Booking.com, other OTAs. Where are they? What's the consensus? How's it changing?
The problem is that we had in Switzerland from the competition, how is it called?
The competition authority?
Yes. We had the same decision like in France, Italy, and Sweden. that there is competition between the OTA, but the hotelier has to keep rate parity between his own homepage and the OTAs. So France, in the meantime, changed it on the political way. We try to do it on also on the political level, but it will last at least 4 years until we have a change.
Right.
Yeah, but until you have a change in legislation. In Switzerland, it's a very long process. So we recommend to the hotels, on the one hand side, to go out of the preferred partner models. For example, in Bern, all hotels finished with the preferred partner model, so they are all on the standard of 12%, and it's the same because
they're all out of it.
yeah, they went out of it, and they can economize these 3 or 5% they paid before. There is always 1 or 2 hotels who are not following the others, but that's okay. The other thing which we recommend, not openly, but if they ask us, we say try to make a better price on your homepage. No? Either they react or they don't react, but it's try it. As long as they don't see it, you have an advantage. And there are some very clever solutions. For example, that you keep rate parity on your homepage, but you have a promo code, and you say, dear guest, from the moment that you are on my homepage, you are in my fidelity program, and I can offer you a better price, which is allowed.
Which is one of the things that we provide as well.
Yeah.
So when people log in, when people are on the hotel's website and it looks like they're leaving the hotel to go check prices elsewhere, a message will pop up and say, don't leave, booking direct is best, here's your promo code, book now with us, you get 10% off or whatever it might be. Some champagne.
You gave me the word, book direct. This is a campaign which we are leading with all our colleagues in the European Union, with Hotellerie, and we have even specific signs and promotional material in order to sensibilize the guests, saying, go on the homepage, make an email, make a phone call, because you always get the best offer. It's not automatically the best price, but the best offer you get from the hotelier directly, not from the OTAs. And but we also have to
be sensitive to
the hoteliers themselves, because what we recognize is that even if they could offer rate parity to the guests on their homepage already in the past, they didn't have the same price on their homepage as they gave to booking, which is crazy. So we have to show them what they are allowed officially, have the same price on the homepage, offer a better price on the telephone, at the reception, in an email, which is not the case. Even not bigger Swiss chains like Mövenpick. I've been there 2 months ago, and they couldn't give me the same price that they had on booking. I said, crazy, something's wrong. So this campaign, Book Direct, is also to show the hoteliers what possibilities they have to give really the best offer. And then we talk about technology like TripDs.
Very good. We're going to be